What up, what up? Michael David H here, children's book illustrator and inspiring 2D animator, and welcome to Brown Words and Pictures, the channel that's dedicated to leveling up new and amateur children's book illustrators and inspiring 2D animators. Today we're going to focus on two aspects of animation. We're going to start in Procreate, and then we're going to jump over into Procreate Dreams to animate. What we're going to work on today is timing and spacing. Once in a while you're going to hear me drop names because I feel I like to pay homage to the guys who came before us, who got me started on this journey, and they have a lot of wisdom, and I just think it is just right to do that. Richard Williams, in his book The Animator Survivor Kit, he mentioned someone in the beginning by the name of Grim Natwick. And Grim, according to Richard's book, he said Grim had animated over 83 scenes in Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and anybody who's anybody knows about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And he said that Grim said that animation is all in timing and spacing. So first and foremost, I want to define these terms, and then we're going to work it out together. What is timing in animation? Timing is, the way I understand it, you may disagree with in my definition if you're a master animator, but the way I understand it is, timing is the number of drawings needed in a particular action on your scene to get your message across clear. Meaning once you're done and an audience sees it, what you intended to get across, it comes across clear and they understand it. That is timing. Like, for an example, we're going to go through the bouncing ball. We all know, if you ever see the bouncing ball bounce, it has a certain rhythm to it. It's that boom, 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 boom sort of a thing. And how many drawings will it take to get that across so it comes across as a bouncing ball? This is another reason why I'm going to be using the performance tool and frame-by-frame animation up against each other to show you the limitations a little bit with the performance tool and trying to get some dynamics in. Now, let's talk about spacing. What is spacing? Well, spacing, the way I understand it, is the distance between one drawing relative to the next drawing, so that you can either have fast action or slow action. And when you're looking to get across a certain kind of action, you'll notice that the spacing needs to be a certain way. Like when we drew when we're going to draw the bouncing ball, you're going to notice that we're going to draw the ball closer as we reach the arc, and draw the ball further apart as we begin to come down, because the ball slows up as it's reaching the zenith of the arc, and then it begins to speed up again as it's coming down, and we're going to draw those drawings closer. But we're going to do it together in case that didn't come across clear. But that's timing and spacing, and I hope you guys understand that. So we're going to start in Procreate. We're going to do this together because I want to show you how it's done from my understanding, and I think sometimes, I know for me, when someone is doing something in front of me, I can kind of learn it faster if I watch them do it, and then I can kind of do it myself. And I also want you guys to post your completed work in our new Facebook group. That is a private group. Only those who have signed up can get in. And yeah, so we can comment and give feedback. To sign up for that, it's going to be a link in the description. Anyway, so let's get started here. Okay, now the reason why I'm starting in Procreate, because Procreate, the original application, has smoothing, meaning I can draw a line like this, hold it, and it'll become straight like that. You don't really have that in Procreate Dreams yet. They may do it later, but as of right now, they don't have that. So I want to make my staging area in Procreate and import it over into Procreate Dreams. I'm going to draw, you can follow along with me, I'm going to draw some sort of rectangular block that the ball is going to fall off of and fall to the ground and bounce out of the frame. And I'm going to draw just a plain old ground that we're going to have another animation when the ball is going to roll across the screen. I want to do that to show spacing as well. So let me grab one of my brushes here. Let me grab my, I like to use the flat brush for this because it's real easy to make a block off of this. Okay, let's erase some of that top part. Okay. I think that's straight enough, hopefully. Now let's draw our ground that the ball is going to fall and bounce off of. Let me get another, let's get a small, get this pin here, let's get that brush here. Let me do that again. And I think our block is a little bit big, so let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's get, okay, here. Okay. I think that's good enough. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to have the ball roll off of this, fall, and bounce until it bounces out of the frame. This is our first stage. Okay. Now let's draw our second stage. I'm just going to draw 3 lines that the balls are going to rest on and roll across the screen. Let's make this a little bit thicker. Okay. I think that's straight. Well, I'm going with the eye test. Okay, 2. I think that's straight for the most part. Okay, so this is what we're going to import over into Procreate Dreams, and then we're going to animate over there. Let's get going. Now, if you need to know how to import your drawings over into Procreate, I already have a video on that called how to animate an illustration you already created in Procreate. In that drawing, I actually import one of those drawings, so you can look at that video if you need to learn how to do that. Okay, so as you can see, we have imported our artwork or our staging area into Procreate Dreams. Let's make it a little bit larger. Okay. Because I want to see the floor on that. Okay. I think that should do it. Let's get started. Okay, so like I said before, so what we're going to do, we're going to have the ball roll from the top of here, fall down, bounce, and then bounce out of the frame. And we're going to do this together. So let's grab our brush. Okay, I like this pencil already. Let's add a new track because we don't want to draw on the staging area, because if we need to erase, we don't want to erase anything in the staging area. that's not going to be moving, so we can leave that as is. Let's pull in a new track. And we are already on our drawing tool. Let's bring this down so we can bring up the flip book. And let's start to animate. Okay, so let's animate. I gotta draw some perfect circles, so bear with me. I don't really draw perfect circles that well, but I get it as good as I can get it. Here we go. Trying to keep the volume the same in each circle. That one's a little bit too small. Too close to the other drawing. Okay, now here's a part I want you to pay attention to. The ball is going to begin to drop, and I'm going to try to change the shape of the ball a little bit to show another animation principle called squash and stretch. We'll get into that in another video, but I'm going to show you a little bit of what's happening just to show some change of shape. All right, let's continue. Too much change of shape there. That's okay. You're gonna see me leave more space in between the drawings as we start flowing faster. Let me go back one because I think we can make this a little bit better here. Let me come down here for this one. Make the next one here. Yeah. And then we'll squash on the floor. Listen, I'm at a bad angle here, but let me see. Try that again. The ball squashes. And let's see how that looks real quick fast. Let me pull this down. Let's test this. Okay. Not bad so far. Not perfect, but you're getting the idea. Let's continue. Okay. Add another frame. Okay, cool. And watch the circle kind of, watch us get back to the circle as we go up. Because, and the drawing get closer together because of the spacing. And this is another, let me go back. Okay, now we're going back up, and watch the shape of the ball begin to return as we reach the arc. Let me do that one again. Okay, try to keep my volume consistent with the original ball. That's a little bit off. Let's try this one. And now we begin to come back down, and the shape should change a little bit. A little bit more spacing. Let me go back and see if we can catch that one a little bit and kind of get to the ground on the next one. Okay. Okay, good. Flatten it out, not as much as last time. Come back up again. This time not as high, because the board is losing energy. Wait, it needs to flatten out first. Now we pretty much off the camera. Now let's go back to the beginning and let's scrub through this animation to see how it feels. If it feels like the ball is bouncing. Wait a second, I moved this. There we go. Okay. There we go. As you can see, we are getting that feel, but I did run into an error as with straight ahead animation, which is your volumes begin to change very badly if you're not careful. But I just wanted to show you how you animate frame by frame and show you the spacing and the timing. Okay, let's go. Let's try the other thing I wanted to show you. All right, so I took the liberty of setting this up prior to recording so that we save a little bit of time, but you'll get the drift from the other video with the frame by frame animation. But I wanted to show spacing and how does it affect fast action and slow action. The top one here is hand drawn, evenly spaced out. Well, for the most part, I tried to make it evenly spaced out. Here you have easing in and easing out with different spaces for each drawing. And down here is the performance tool. I only added this to show how it would look up against a hand-drawn animation if you're trying to get that sort of feel. So let's scrub this to see how it looks. Try it again. Look again. Look closely at this second one as it eases in. Eases out. This ball up top is a lot further, but because of the spacing of the drawing, it catches up right there. They arrive at the middle at the same time, and it eases in to the end. The reason why I wanted to show that, because spacing matters so much for fast action and slow action. You want something to move slower, you draw the drawings closer together. You want something to move at an even pace, which the performance tool does very well, and it also has easing in and easing out. But I wanted to show, this so you could see. Now let's play to see how it looks. So yes, so that's timing and spacing in Procreate Dreams frame by frame animation. As always, let me see what you guys came up with. Just share it in our private Facebook group. If you haven't gotten in, the way you get in is you click the link below that I'm going to leave in the description, and that will take you to the sign up page. Everything is free, and then I'll know to let you in, because I'm trying to keep this thing have heavy quality assurance, because when it gets too heavy, Facebook groups can get pretty crazy. But anyway, once again, thanks for hanging out with me, and I see you guys on the next one. Peace.